On behalf of United Consciousness, I welcome our next guest.
The one who believes that learning and sharing is the best way for continuous improvement and is always ready to share the deep knowledge and understanding of Raj Yoga meditation. Her philosophy is to enjoy every moment of her life as it comes and to remain constantly happy. She is Brahmakumari Gayatri ji. She began her spiritual journey at early age and is in service with the Brahmakumari's World Spiritual University. Getting trained with remarkable yogis, she herself became extraordinary in meditation and teaching and has developed a clarity and purity of mind. She is the director of Raja Yoga Center for Self-Development, Muscat, Oman. She coordinates and conducts workshop, lectures and meditation programs to promote universal values, inner peace, health and women empowerment. She is a computer science graduate with MBA in marketing and human resources.
Good morning and greetings of peace to everyone. And I would like to congratulate the United Conscious Conclave for organizing such a beautiful program and bringing all the people together to have a new ideas about the present times. Yes, today we will be looking at few things about what spirituality and then surrender is. Both the words are very much high in their meaning, even though it sounds simple and we feel, oh, this is what it is, but it takes us into many deeper aspects and realities of the life. When it comes to spirituality, yes, we are listening many things from yesterday, what spirituality means. So it's just in simple words, when we look at it, it says like giving some time to know about our essentials of life, because we are moving out far and all that to achieve things and all. So but when it comes to spirituality, it is getting inside and then knowing our essentials of life, to explore the things when they are, how they are, and what is with me, and that is what I feel what spirituality is like. So in life, everyone look for peace and happiness, or something needs to be achieved or identified, and they need some power and positions kind of thing and all. But again, when it comes to spirituality, what understanding it gives is like, so we are running out, but we haven't given time with it to get inside our own self to understand what it is within me. So here spirituality is means, what I feel is it's able to connect to my own self. So to understand what I am, or what my essentials of life is, and what I'm doing towards it. Am I in the right path to attain it? Or another thing, what I feel is what spirituality is. So it's able to connect with the divine. So whatever way they maybe the faiths, or whatever maybe the understanding each one they have, but how I'm able to connect to the source so that I can draw whatever I want from him, because the purpose is that itself. So here I would like to get into a story kind of thing, which helps us to say what how spirituality is something higher than everything. So a new like a thief joined the jail. So he was very much like religious in that way. So from the moment he woke up, means he used to wake up early in the morning. So from that moment, the whole day he was practicing so many rituals and always chanting the mantras and all that. Even the blanket which he used to put on him was all like written some mantras on top of it. Means he was throughout the days doing all the rituals and the praying, chanting and all those things. When with this, what happened, even the environment of the jail has been changed. So everyone was impressed. Everyone started following him, they became followers of him. So this was going on and all that. So one fine day, he was sleeping, he won't woke up. It was almost the midday, so he was still sleeping. So the jailer felt what happened to him. He's sick, that he's not so he's not being seen. So then the people around him, he says, see, yesterday night till that he was so good enough. So he was speaking with him. So he is healthy, he's not sick. So then the jailer goes to him. So he asked him what happened. So you are still sleeping. So because every day he used to wake up early, do all the pujas, rituals, and all that. But today, what happened to him? So then that prisoner, he said that, so whatever I was looking for, that got fulfilled. So then that's the done. Like, so means he was being given a death sentence, and because of all the 6 months of his behavior, like as a result of that, there was an announcement that he is being released, he is being forgiven, and that's it. He felt, what's the use of doing it? So in that way, people, whatever they do, there will be something or the other uh, intentions behind that, or with some achievements, even that to some little bit limited achievements, they are going to do them. But here, when it comes to the spirituality, it is not something like gaining few things or attaining some success in life. No, it is higher than everything. Like, because there are some questions which are not being answered by science, so they are being answered by philosophy. There are some questions even which are not being answered by philosophy. They are being answered by spirituality. Means here spirituality is something very much higher. So it is not only exploring or finding the essentials of life, and at the same time it is even then more than that, is connecting to the divine, and at the same time using them in our practical day-to-day life. Means it increases my capacity in the best way, or in a possible way, in whatever I am doing. So it also brings like moral awareness, because nowadays we can see everyone has become immoral in that way. So bringing those morals and all that in our practical life. So spirituality is like giving you the understanding. It's not just the guidelines. So it's not you have to do that, this are the steps and all. No, it takes us into the understanding. So understanding in the sense, the meaning of it, have to do it, and what are the challenges it has got, and what is the progress in that. So everything is being given. The steps are also being given. So that's how it becomes easier. Any common man, any person, illiterate, even the old, young, whoever it is, they can practice it. So that's what the spirituality in that way. So it allows to awaken our inner consciousness. So in that way, it becomes a natural caring. So it's because nowadays we think of externally caring means health, exercises, food, and all that. But inner caring is very much important, which is ignored all this time. So spirituality is something natural, inner caring. So where I am become emotionally stable and strong, so that whatever the uncertainties is happening externally is taken care, or is being like faced, we can face them, and we will be successful, because that is what in our hands in that sense. So here natural caring is being taken place. So in that way I will be reclaiming my self mastery, because now with my own inner self everything is out of control. So with the spirituality means what is the understanding or the knowledge is being given will really helps us to become a self master. So in the sense, it is not that I will be like bossing and all that. All my sense organs, all what I'm connected to will be under my control, which is now out of control, or we can say my mind, but my mind is out of control. I don't want to think, those thoughts are coming and all that. So, in that way, spirituality is something a personal journey. So, in this spiritual journey, yeah, we got our own ideas and our own paths of doing it, and we are doing it. But to progress in that, so to attain a higher heights in that, in the spirituality, surrender is very much important. So again, to know what that surrender means is like, it's not just saying I have these things, I just give it to you, and I start giving everything, and I just be with like nothing, means so simple and all. So in that way, we keep giving the things and all that. So whatever I have, I just given to everything. So that's what we feel surrender. Or if I'm not capable to do any more, and then the one who is, I feel he is powerful, and then I surrender myself, I give up myself. So this is how we feel that what surrender means is like, or giving out whatever my belongings are. But here, surrender is something even more deeper understanding with, when it comes in connection with spirituality. Because here, if I want to, if I'm doing, means it's something I'm doing a task, a charitable action or a good thing. Yeah, it's a good action, but what the spirituality says is, when it comes to surrendering or doing any charity, means giving up that also. So it is again renunciation, also, we can say. Both this go together, renunciation and surrender. When both these things are there, yeah, there is, it may sound similar, but there is difference in that. So renunciation and surrender, when it is together, so then only we can see the progress. Otherwise, we will be doing the journey. We may be stuck, or we may be like slow in the process and all that, because there are so many challenges in this path also, because we are doing, but at the same time, if I'm not being recognized, if I'm not being identified, and the challenges when they are coming, I may not be able to face them, so then I will be disheartened and all that. So in that case, I will be doing as an instrument consciousness. So I'm just an instrument of the divine, or the God, the Almighty, and then I will be doing it. So, in that consciousness, what happens? I have to renounce myself in that sense as my body consciousness, because that is the one because becoming a big obstacle, or I can say that is what is like avoiding our progress in the journey, because I'm saying my, and all that. So, in that, the subtle ego comes into the picture. So that is not again the surrender. So here in spirituality, surrender goes with the things like, even whatever the speciality, the subtle things. It's not the physical things like even the body or the wealth and all these things. Not that. Even what my specialities are. It's something I'm good in speaking, or I'm good in cooking, or I'm good in speaking, or all these things. This is my qualities. Even surrendering that to the God, the Almighty, because that is all again being given by the God. So, because what we say is like, whatever I am is because of God, is being given by God. So, if that is so, even what I am doing is also by the God's grace itself. But to what extent I am being bringing that into my consciousness, my understanding. So otherwise, what happens is, whatever I'm doing, I'll not be successful, and I won't be getting that much of results what I am supposed to, because that will be reduced because of my ego, greediness, a selfishness, and all that, and that energy turns into low, or my there will be a decline in my path of spirituality. So to have that progress, to claim that heights of progress, so surrendering is very much required. So here I'm doing everything and just full stop. So it's not, no need to describe it, no need to see the results out of it. I'm doing my best. I'm totally surrendering everything to the God. So then what happens is that leads me or takes me towards the path of progress. So in that way, it's a new perspective. So surrendering or even the spirituality, it gives a new perspective of our life. It's not just simply relaxing, helping, charity. No, it takes us into a greater heights in the sense like you're becoming like a sun. So when it comes to a sun, it's very bright enough. So in that sense, it removes the whole darkness. And at the same time, when it comes to the sun, so there won't be any darkness inside it. And at the same time, it won't give the darkness to the others. So on the other side, when we see the lamp, so its lamp will be very small enough. It spreads the light, but below that lamp there will be darkness. So it's not that I'm giving understanding, knowledge, sharing things to others, and there is darkness inside me only. So that won't be like justice in that sense. So spirituality or understanding is even more deeper in the sense it is like I will also be glowing and giving attention first towards my own self, and then I will be spreading that out. So there were first thing is with the self. So and also it speaks about ways of giving, like so because whatever we are doing or the methods we are using in the process of giving, we are not seeing the results out of it. So spirituality really gives the definition, understandings. So, because in the religions we were being just taught you have to do the charity, you have to be very truthful, you have to be good with everyone, so you have to be helpful, loving, caring, and all this. So, but how to do it? Because every time we have many challenges, so it is changing every moment. I do now, but next day it is coming in some other way. But how to do, and that power to do is not being like uh, clear in those things. So, but spirituality is something and deep understanding, even have to do also. And at the same time, spirituality means it's connecting with my own spirit. So, with the spirit and connecting to the divine, that becomes a true connection. Because with the consciousness of me, the body, and all that, that keeps me away. That becomes an insulator which stops me, uh, like from the connection of the God. So then I'm not able to experience what I have to achieve or fill myself from the God. Then the power is not there. Then I'm not able to do it. So here the clear understanding. That's what the Raj Yoga speaks about. The knowledge, at the same time, the power to do it will help me in the path of success or to reach whatever the great heights I am looking for. So, in that sense, it's like whatever the confusions we are going on, that all will be nullified because whatever I am, with all my weaknesses, I will be surrendering totally to the God. So then He will be taking care of my own self in that process of transformation. It is something um, when it comes to the stone. So stone is hard. It's nothing kind. It's stone. So but when the stone it totally surrenders to a sculpture, so it becomes a beautiful idol to the extent that people start worshipping that also. So it has been given a greater value towards it. The attitude towards that totally changes. It's no more a stone because it totally surrendered to all that, like the nails, that hammering, everything. Because It has not just become simply like that. So it came across so many challenges also, but it tolerated, it remained patient. With all these things, it has become such a beautiful image, so which has got a greater value. So in that way, we are nothing in that. So when that word of surrendering comes, like when I totally surrender from my inner being again, in the sense with my mind, with my intellect, so then that is what a complete surrender means. I'm not thinking, I'm just moving with the directions of the God again. So I'm not using my mind, is that right? Whether I can do it or not, just with the directions of the God. So then what happens is there will be totally shift, transformations in our life. So this is what it is, something reaching to the greater heights. So in that way, I will also be transferred, and then in the same way, I will be becoming an instrument and the transforming. Yes. So with this, I try to connect with the spirituality is something the guidelines, and surrendering is helping us to reach out the great progress in the spiritual path.
Thank you very much, sister, for such an amazing talk. The mantras you gave to us is that surrender along with renunciation makes it complete Raj Yoga. The simile that you gave, like a beautiful sculpture, is the surrender of a stone. I'm sure that people will remember this to become and to remain as an instrument of the higher, and surrendering, renunciation of our own ego, and then be the instrument of the higher. It is a learning for me. I'm sure it will be learning for everybody who is watching us. Thank you very much for blessing us from Oman. Greetings. Thank you, sister.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you.
On behalf of United Consciousness, I thank
Brahmakumari Gayatri ji
for coming onto the platform of United Consciousness. Thank you so much.